They say motherhood is a journey, but let's be honest, sometimes it feels more like a roller coaster with no seatbelt. I bet you're like me, wondering why babies, or teens in my case, don't come with instruction manuals. Welcome to This Incredible Mom Life, the podcast that celebrates the beautiful chaos, quiet wins, messy moments, and everyday miracles of being a mom. I'm your host, Dummy, wellness coach, mom of 3 boys, and a passionate believer that you don't have to live at the mercy of PMS, burnout, or exhaustion. Join me every week as we hear the craziest and most unbelievable mom stories. I'll be sharing the huge accomplishments and triumphs of both our moms and their kids. We'll giggle, cheer on the kids, and discuss obstacles and lessons learned along the way. If you are struggling to be the best mom you can be, how open-minded are you to booking a free call with me? You don't have to live at the mercy of your cycle, and you definitely don't have to do it alone. Give yourself permission to let me be part of your support system. I believe that you weren't meant to just survive motherhood. You were meant to thrive in it. Hi, welcome back to Season 2 of This Incredible Mom Life podcast. Thank you for joining me for another season. Remember to follow the show and share it with a friend. It's the only way the podcast can grow. I took some time away from this podcast for some rest and recharge. We took an amazing family vacation to Greece this summer. I hope you have seen some of my pictures and videos from our trip on social media. If not, make sure to follow The Wealth of Wellness on Facebook and Instagram. Today I want to talk to you about how my vacations are different now than they were before I started cycle syncing. I started cycle syncing in 2020 during the COVID quarantine. Since then, we have taken some road trips and shorter flights. The longest was about 5 hours from New York to Phoenix a couple of years ago. Before this trip, my last long flight and biggest time change was back in 2019 when we went to Hawaii. This summer, the flight to and from New York to Athens was about 10 hours, and it was a 7-hour time difference. Before I started cycle syncing, I had migraine headaches all the time on vacation. I used to get them with lack of sleep, and the migraines would usually start before vacation when we were up late packing 2 to 3 days before we left. The headaches would stay with me during the vacation, and I also had them after we came home from the trip too. Also, the jet lag got the best of me for several days. I don't sleep well on airplanes, and that used to ruin the first few days of any trip. I was exhausted, my sleep was light. It took me days to adjust to the time change, and even then, I still felt groggy. Due to lack of sleep and headaches, I was taking a lot of pain medication before, during, and after my trip, sometimes around the clock. I always had pain medication in my purse for easy access. I feel sorry for my liver for metabolizing all of that medication. It was definitely working overtime, and I wasn't nourishing it with healthy foods either. Another problem I had while traveling was that it was very common for me to have stomach issues. I used to be pretty sensitive to the change in gut bacteria. Even with taking several precautions like drinking only bottled water and eating only hot foods, I usually ended up throwing up or having diarrhea for a few days on every vacation. Finally, in the past, I was irritable and cranky most of the trip. All the other symptoms didn't make me a happy person. I couldn't really enjoy the sights, activities, or quality time with others. I just wanted to get home and get back to my boring daily routine. Imagine feeling so awful that you just wanted your vacation to end early. It was not fun. Since I started cycle syncing, here are the changes that I noticed on this last trip. Just by changing the foods I eat, the exercises I do, and the sleep I get, I was able to enjoy my vacation so much more this time around. First, I only had 1 day of migraines. The morning we landed in Athens after an overnight flight. That was expected, but the headache didn't last long. I didn't even need a nap that first day. I had much less jet lag this time around too. It took me a day to adjust, which is new for me. Like I said, I was in a fog for a couple days in the past. One of the biggest improvements I noticed was that I only needed pain medication once on the whole 10-day trip. I was amazed and so grateful that I could enjoy my vacation. My stomach issues were minimal too. I was still taking the precautions of drinking bottled water and eating hot foods while out, but I was able to enjoy some salads and sandwiches in the cities and towns of Greece. Another thing I added was that I now recommend that my whole family take probiotics for every day we are away. I am happy to report that none of us missed a day. This includes my 2 teens and tween. Finally, I saw my mood was better on this last trip. I was not as irritable and short-fused as I have been on previous trips. Yes, I still got hangry at times. I noticed that the gelatos and sorbets, although delicious, were not keeping me satisfied long term. This was a favorite snack while we were out, but it gave me sugar spikes and crashes, which made me irritable again. I know now that I need protein, veggies, and complex carbohydrates to sustain my energy for long days of sightseeing. Every day is a learning process, and I am still working on my actions. I need to carry along healthier snacks next time. Again, head on over to social media if you want to see pictures of our vacation. It was a great time. If you like this episode, make sure to rate, review this podcast. I would really appreciate it. I want to know, do you get migraines on vacation? Are you too jet lagged to enjoy the new places you go to? If so, get in touch with me. In the Vibrant Woman Project coaching program, I can show you simple ways to change your life in just 90 days. I hope you can really enjoy your next vacation without migraines or jet lag. Are you struggling to be the best mom you can be? Are you fatigued, overwhelmed, and stressed out? Are you losing precious time with your family because of PMS? If so, sign up for my free gift on how to start living in tune with your monthly cycle. The link to get it is in the show notes below. Use this guide to help you start to eliminate your symptoms of PMS, increase your energy, reduce stress, and fully enjoy this incredible mom life. The way I see it, you have 3 choices. You can try to figure it all out on your own. You can do nothing and stay where you are, or you can get the customized guidance you need to thrive as a mom. The choice is yours. Thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you learned something from these stories. If you enjoyed this show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share this podcast. It really helps this show grow. If you have a mom story you would like to share, click on the link in the description below on becoming a podcast guest. Remember, the content on this podcast is for general information only. It does not replace any medical advice given by your healthcare providers. Please check with your doctor if you have any questions about your specific condition and before starting any new diet or exercise regimen. Thank you, and you will hear from me soon.